हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू क्रिकेट टीवी जहां हम सिर्फ हाइलाइट्स नहीं इनसाइट्स की बातें करते हैं। आई एम हेतवी पटेल एंड जॉइनिंग मी इज निखिल मोरसावाला। गोइंग बैक टू यस्टरडेज मैच, क्या हुआ?
I,
सीएसके हिस्ट्री बनी, नॉट अ
like you
वेरी
said
हैप्पी
yesterday,
हिस्ट्री।
I don't want to discuss it, but we have.
I think nobody wants to discuss it. I mean, we have plenty of CSK fans around, and I think everybody was very disappointed the way the team has been playing this entire season. अभी कोई miracle ही है जो उनको top four में ला सकता है. I think they're going to be in the bottom for the entire season. The team looks weak. I think they'll have to rip
I
apart
don't
the
know.
team.
I don't know. I don't know whether you're a Bollywood fan, but there's a movie called Bhag Milkha Bhag, and in that there's a lovely song. कि ये नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा, क्या करेंगे, हवन करेंगे, हवन करेंगे. I think MSD needs to do. I
Yeah,
think
definitely.
MSD needs divine intervention. He needs divine intervention. I think I would, if I was his friend, if I was his, if I and I'm his well wisher, I would advise him strongly. एक हवन करो, बड़ा सा हवन कराइए चिपॉक में, पिच पे जाके आपकी टीम के साथ रात में 12 बजे करिए, कभी भी करिए, लेकिन हवन करिए क्योंकि डिवाइन इंटरवेंशन इज नाउ रिक्वायर्ड बिकॉज none of you are playing well. Something is wrong.
Yes.
And honestly, divine intervention is required. Yesterday was miserable. I mean, I felt so bad watching them just coming and going, coming and going, coming to the pitch, going back. Horrible.
It was bad. I mean, Sunil Narine shown. I
What do
was
you think?
happy. The way Sunil Narine played, I was really happy about it. But then again, I think CSK का performance, and like we discussed, उनके पास कोई set batsman नहीं है. They'll have to look for one. They'll have to bring one. With the captain out now, नहीं है कोई, and it's an old team. There's not much that bowlers can do. और bowlers में भी हमारे पास एक ही है शायद. That's the younger one, the newer one. I forgot his name. Who was it? There's
In
Rachin Ravindra in the batsman, Noor Ahmed. Noor Ahmed has been playing well, but then these two guys cannot win you the matches.
oh, and 105 is not a score to on any pitch
Yeah,
to defend. I mean,
definitely. ये आरसीबी
it
का
was like.
फोटे था, आप मत लीजिए.
But somehow, even when you saw in the dugout, when the camera was focusing on the reaction of the players to what was happening during CSK's batting, I think it shows a lot of, shoulders drooping, no eye contact. Even when I saw Ravindra Jadeja sitting there, and he was like completely lost, wondering what the hell is happening. And I think that speaks a lot for the lack of morale today in the team. MSD at post match, I don't know what he was saying. I didn't understand anything he said. Okay, you can make excuses and you can say this could have been done and that could have been done. And my frontline batsmen are not sloggers. And I mean, it don't work when you know it's a T20. I mean, you can't say I only have batsmen who will play as per the technique, but they will not slog. That's it doesn't work. It's a
Yeah,
T20. You got to slog. You got to hit. You got to make runs. Now, any which way, I mean, don't make excuses. I think it's important that they get their act together quickly. No, it doesn't matter if you're bottom of the table, but 103 against a KKR team that is not right. I mean, okay, they have Varun, they have Nareen, but I mean, they're not new bowlers, right? They're not somebody who we have not
played.
played with before. You know how they bowl. It's your home ground. It's your home pitch. It's your home crowd. Everything is behind you there. So how in the name of heaven can you implode like that? So Vijay Krishna, I think nobody has played. Shivam Dubey did something, 31 of 29,
Mhm. Yeah, I
and
mean,
Vijay Shankar. I mean that was it. 29 Vijay Shankar, 31 Shivam
Shivam
Dubey.
Dubey
That's about
31.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas everybody was just a procession coming out, playing few deliveries, going back to the pavilion. So I think nadir, this is the absolute nadir for CSK. They have to haul themselves out big time, and if anybody can do it, it's Thala. Nobody else can do it, and he
Definitely. Even
has to step
yesterday,
up.
I think
Yeah, Yeah.
103 के बाद भी there was a little confidence कि शायद धोनी can do something, at least वो गेम को आगे तक ले जाए. But then again, some decisions, Noor Ahmed को I think they gave eighth over. I don't know. He
Ah,
was in form bowler. You didn't have anybody else to. You should have gone with him. शायद wickets निकाल लेते. शायद कुछ pull back कर लेते. KKR wouldn't have got this sort of win, और वो third पे जाके नहीं रुक जाते अभी. And even it
you
would have helped your
you
guys
should,
at run rate.
and you make a very good point because you should have learned from Akshar Patel, right? Just the previous night, he started bowling with his spin bowlers because the pitch was like that, because he knew what he had to do. Where was the thinking? I mean, you send in mediocre bowlers like, and I'm sorry to use that word, but I mean, there's no other word to use for today's the way they're playing. Say people like Khalil Ahmed and Anshul Kamboj and
Composed.
Ravichandran Ashwin, who's completely out of form. And when you know that, and you have an ace up your sleeve like a Noor Ahmed, and then we Ravindra Jadeja when some 4 5 runs are remaining. He's a wicket taker. Ravindra Jadeja is a wicket
Exactly.
taker. He should have opened the bowling with Noor Ahmed. And to where was Thala's thinking cap? What was he doing? He did 2 overs fast bowlers, 2 over seventh over spinner. नहीं 103 में से नहीं सोचते. वो
And
सोची
पुराना
वो सोचना
template
ही.
change करना
Yeah,
पड़ेगा, right? You cannot like you
yes.
cannot be that rigid कि नहीं, this is only how we will play, because the
And
entire
Thala,
IPL is changing. With new
yes,
players,
yes,
they are more aggressive. तो आपका experience, again, it's great. You are like very experienced, very seasoned, but you need to know when to change your mindset
yes.
and the way you want to play. So I think it was disappointing, and we would like to see a better, or the newer, fresher CSK team now. They'll
I would
have
like
to
to
make
put this. I
changes.
would like to put down yesterday's bowling performance to a brain freeze. I think they just froze at 103. It was a complete brain freeze. No thinking, no innovation, no changes. And then what had to happen happened, and they were drubbed in their home crowd in front of their like a Mahabharata Vastraharan. It happened in front of the whole whole world. And I think that's not good for Dhoni. I think he needs to go out with a bang. He needs to come back. He needs to show what MS is made of. So I think let's hope that the rest of the tournament he does what he's known best to do, and which is fight against all odds and come out a winner. So let's hope that happens.
Yes, let's do, because I guess in this season, except for Delhi Capitals, nobody has gotten the home advantage that they should
Yes,
have gotten. Delhi Capital के अलावा सबने अपने घर में, they
they
have
frittered
lost
it
it.
away. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah,
So today we
yeah.
have double header. Lucknow
Yeah.
Super Giants versus Gujarat Titans, and Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Punjab Kings. So what do you think?
Both are
Let's
both
start with
both are
Lucknow.
good. Both are good. I think the first match is two teams on the ascendancy. Both are coming from winning streaks in the previous matches. I think Lucknow is getting his act together under Rishabh Pant, and they are sort of playing as a unit, as a good unit. Gujarat, of course, is roaring under Shubman Gill. So I think it will be a Kartiki Takkar. Where are they playing in Lucknow?
Lucknow, yes.
They're playing in the Ekana Cricket Stadium. So again, I think the pitch is what batting. It looks like a high score thing.
I don't know. I think it's a वहां पे भी दो है ना. There's one black soil and one mixed surface.
Yeah,
तो
you don't
कहाँ
know
पे
which one they're
खेलते
going to
हैं?
play.
Yeah, we don't know that. So it would be, we don't know.
Mm.
But then again, with Nicholas Pooran and Mitchell Marsh, in Lucknow Giants, and Shubman Gill in Gujarat Titans, Sai Sudarshan, I think we will see a high scoring match irrespectively, or at least one of these players will score really good, like Prince Yadav did earlier. तो आज का मैच, फर्स्ट मैच इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा, क्योंकि
I
अगेन
think it's a tightly in favor of GT in terms of history. 4-1. GT has won 4 matches
यस.
and LSG has won one in the head-to-head. So LSG probably has a point to prove that it can match up to Gujarat. But then, again, very, very talented players, but have lacked little consistency in the past. What do you think?
Definitely. But again, I mean, I feel Gujarat has an advantage in terms of ki team is coming from a greater win. Lucknow won their previous match, but वो 4 रन से जीते. केकेआर एक छक्का लगा देता, शायद वो लोग जीत जाते. It was just
True.
a one-shot difference. While Gujarat has
Yeah.
consistently performed and won matches, like won greater matches, good matches. So I think they are more confident and they're looking more stable. Put together. उनके पास they have steady batsmen. They have good informed bowlers like Mohammad Siraj. Rashid Khan has come to the party now. So the team is looking much stronger. Lucknow के
And
पास top order
yeah,
है, middle order अभी भी नहीं है. Their middle order is
mm,
not, we have not seen them play. And Rishabh Pant still hasn't come to the party. Last time भी वो नहीं खेले. He did not come until the sixth, I guess, fall of 5 wickets or 6 wickets something. तो उनका भी confidence अभी नहीं आया. He needs a game. He needs a game that
mm.
he plays and then he'll come to the party. So I think वो देखना पड़ेगा. I feel Gujarat has an edge today. Not
Yes,
just
I
in
think
terms of
yeah,
statistics, but otherwise.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, on merit also, yes, I think to a certain extent the strength of the team is there. The good part for Rishabh, I think, is that Ayush Badoni has played a good role, and Shardul Thakur has played beyond his, what one
Yes.
would expect in terms of his skill sets. Maybe he's been lucky, maybe really his skill wonders, and no one has to look at this. But for them, for these two people to perform, Ayush Badoni on the batting side, Shardul both on the batting and the bowling, but more on the bowling because you don't really have a very strong pace attack here because Avesh Khan has been playing well, but he's not really played according to me because I've been following him like since his early days, and he's got a tremendous amount of skill, which is not been coming out well in the last few matches that he's played in this series. I think he needs to step up. Akashdeep
Yeah,
है
here
अच्छा
and
भी
there.
है और बट थोड़ा वापस थोड़ा थोड़ा एरेटिक है so not somebody who's dependable like a Mitchell Stark or like a Jasprit Bumrah not in that category where nobody can be in Bumrah's category but what I mean is somebody who can control the runs and take wickets that is not there so I think therefore Shardul Thakur with his very deceptive very deceptively friendly bowling that attack that the action that he's got he can deceive batsmen well. And I think he needs to sort of really play well today. And Ayush Badoni needs to bat well in the middle
Yeah.
order. As you rightly said, he's been not been doing what it is supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And so a lot of pressure comes on the Marsh and the Markrams and the Purans of the world. And even Pant has not been firing on all
Yeah.
cylinders. Even Miller has been a little off color. I think Badoni really needs to play today. And young guy, lot of talent. He was in the first franchise of LSG when LSG came into the first match series that they played. That and Tewatia was, I think, in their team, if I'm not mistaken. And they really made a good pair. But I think important that they're not Tewatia, Deepak Huda was there. And so yesterday's match, Sunil, just to talk one point for the audience, the impact player came in during the batting and he brought in Deepak Huda. That's a good thinking from Mahendra Singh Dhoni side. It didn't work. It didn't work in the sense that Huda didn't make any runs, went out for zero. That's okay. It sometimes your tactics are good, they don't work, but at least the tactic is that you are thinking that what should I do now? I'm not with enough runs. I need to have some runs on the board, and so you suddenly bring in a Deepak Huda who's supposed to be a massive hitter, didn't perform all like that. That's I think one lesson that we learned yesterday that you must think on your feet. Don't let which didn't happen in the bowling when they came into bowl, but when they were batting, somebody thought out there that इसको हटाओ इसको ले आओ फिर 4 ही ओवर बाकी है 5 ही ओवर बाकी है 60-70 रन और बनाने हैं इसको भेज दिया so I think that was a very very good move and a good whether it was the captain's decision management decision I really don't know what happened in the dugout but a great decision altogether but Ayush Badoni was really flowered when he was with Deepak Huda in LSG and he needs to come back and bring that flair in his batting back today along with Shardul Thakur. Who do you think is going to be the key player for Gujarat?
Gujarat, I think since Rashid Khan has come to the party, in terms of bowlers, I think Mohammad Siraj and Rashid Khan, one of the two, क्योंकि वो दोनों अभी काफी फॉर्म में है and they are playing up to their potential and they are, being that they are playing to their length, they know what they are doing, वो over, they are taking out wickets या फिर they are restricting the opponents, in runs नहीं बनाने दे रहे, they are not expensive, तो अच्छा है. And Rashid Khan, of course, he wasn't there, but last match say I think they are coming back. He's coming back.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, he took 2 wickets for 39, and I think, but the 2 wickets that he took were very, very critical, crucial wickets. It's also the wickets that you take, which batsman you're focusing in making out is important. And I think he took 2 very crucial wickets. He gave some runs at 39, and you're almost running at 10 and over. But he took 2 very important wickets. So I think it's good for his confidence. Prasidh Krishna, I think, along with Siraj, because, as you rightly said, the other side, Lucknow is top heavy and has a problem in the middle. So if the two initial bowlers in the 8 overs or whatever 4 5 overs that to bowl during the power play, if they're able to control the Marsh and the Markram and the Purans of the world, I think then you have a match on hand because if they can run away with the match in the first 10 overs with these three on top, and if they are say as I mentioned once in the program because 95 for one or 100 for one at the end of 10 overs, then you have a 220 match.
definitely.
But if you
Yes.
had 39 for 3 or 45 for 4 at the end of the power play, then you have a tough fight. And in the middle order being the way it is for Lucknow, then you can expect Gujarat to keep Lucknow down to 150, 140, 150. So I think it's important for Prasidh Krishna to support Siraj. Siraj is in top form. He's been taking wickets, and hopefully he will continue that form for Gujarat. But he needs that backup support from a guy like Prasidh Krishna who has played well, and the last match was really good revelation. He's coming into his own and playing
We
at
also
full
have Sai
potential. So good for
Kishore.
Gujarat.
Yeah, we also have
Yes.
Sai Kishore. The
Oh
two
my God.
Sais have been done doing well, The two
Brilliant.
Khans have been
Absolutely brilliant.
playing well. So Gujarat is overall
Absolutely.
a great team at this moment, and they like उनका first पे रहना अभी बनता है. They are worthy
Yes.
of that title to be at the
I
top.
think
So
along with Delhi, these are two teams that I would say are looking unbeatable on
yeah,
paper. So when Delhi meets Gujarat, whenever they meet in the league,
that would
it'll be
be
sort of a rehearsal for the final, I think. So
yeah.
hopefully these two look like getting there because they've been sort of on the roll and that continues in the second half of the league matches. They will be sort of right there on top. So yes, great match. Hopefully these people will fire on cylinders and it won't be a disappointment like we had last evening when everything looked so bad. So hopefully we'll bounce back even for the audience and for the spectators. It's good to get something that's exciting.
Yeah,
Let's just watch.
yes, definitely. And so your key players for today, between Lucknow and Gujarat.
Uh, for Lucknow, I think Rishabh Pant's got to play today because my sense is the two fast bowlers of Gujarat will uproot the initial two, 3 players. They have the ability. So you're going to get exposed today. Your Ayush Badoni and David Miller, they're going to get exposed. You got Rishabh Pant. So they will have to play. And I think that's critical. So the middle order for Lucknow is very, very important
Yeah,
with the bowling attack that Gujarat has got. So and Gujarat, everybody is performing. So I really don't know who to talk
who to
about
pick? Yeah, yeah.
uh, for Gujarat as who is the player. But for me, important for Lucknow for the middle order, they will be exposed today. Whether Lucknow plays bats first or bats second doesn't matter. The top three are going to get rattled according to me with the bowling that Gujarat has got. And they are playing away from home. They're playing at home, but the
At
pitch
home.
is black,
Yeah,
whatever black or red or whatever. And
mixed.
if
Yeah,
the ball is coming onto the bat or gripping onto the pitch and then coming up, you are having a fight on your hands, tough fight on your hands with that bowling attack. So, middle order for Lucknow has to take up to the plate.
and good luck to Lucknow. I really hope they win because then the competition gets really, interesting
Odds
and
are
yeah.
absolutely the table
So
starts looking very, very fun.
yeah, so let's see. Good luck to them. And then moving on to our second match, Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Punjab Kings, Fire versus Fire.
So yeah, fire versus fire, but I think consistency versus inconsistency also. You sort of see Punjab being more consistent in the previous matches. SRH has not did it to its to their potential. And I think a bit disappointing because you see players of caliber there. A guy like the right on top with the players who were there, and then you suddenly see them not performing the way they you would expect them to. I think that's something. Pat Cummins, classic international player, Travis Head not getting his act together for the last 2 3 matches. I think you want them to perform, and then even on the bowling side, you're not seeing them firing on all cylinders. Mohammad Shami, not really. Harshal Patel, also very average type of bowling. So they need to get that. They're good individually, but they're not gelling as a team. And so therefore, if you ask me who's the favorite, I think it's Punjab. Who am I supporting? Hyderabad. Because I think it's a great team and individual brilliance there. Abhishek Sharma is a fantastic cricketer. Ishan Kishan played well in the first match and then has not even shown anything of the 1% of that in the other matches. Nitish Reddy, plus, these people are not performing to potential. So today the day for them to do that. And again, they I think are right down on the table and sort of near it with CSK. So I think they need to sort of win this match to get up on the table. Otherwise, they will be sort of the last two, three with CSK. Probably MI is also touching bottom unless they win a few matches going forward. For SRH, important to win. And but for that, their overseas players who have not been playing well have got to play all of them. Whether it's Travis Head, whether it is Henry Klassen, whether it is Pat Cummins, then you have Kamindu Mendes, I think, from Sri Lanka. These people have to play because Abhishek Sharma has sort of shown his talent. Aniket Verma has played well in a couple of matches. Uh, Mohammad Shami is disappointing. I hope he comes to the party.
Yes, Hendrik Klassen, I think it's only one that has been little consistent throughout.
Yes,
और उनके
yes,
अलावा किसी ने like Pat Cummins, death overs में is very expensive. But then Mohammad
yes.
Shami, I think with new ball he's good. तो शायद उनको मतलब you can at least count on him a little. But then again, SRH really needs to buck up. जो पहले दिखाया था, जो ट्रेलर दिखाया था, I think we want to watch that movie, not just आप पूरा बैटिंग लाइनअप ही you're all out almost in couple of matches.
They're also very dependent on the batting, like Lucknow is, because they don't have a very strong spin attack either. So you see Rahul Chahar being goated. I don't know. Coming to Mendes is supposed to be, I think, an all-rounder doing some slow bowling. But otherwise, there is nobody in the team who can spin the opposite team out. So you have to depend on Mohammad Shami. You have to depend on Pat Cummins. You have to
Yeah,
depend on Harshal Patel to do their stuff in those 12 overs. And then if the fifth bowler there is Jaydev Unadkat, who's past his prime, but does magic once in a while. He's sort of like a Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And then you have Simranjeet Singh. So I think their pace attack is decent, but I don't know about the pitch. If it's going to spin, they don't have any spinners in their team except one. Rahul Chahar is a magician, but what can he do in four overs? I mean, there are the
yes.
16 to worry about. So let's see. I think, but they have to they bat first. I would think they need to put a 180, 200 to make a match of it. 140, 150. Then I think the Punjabi home.
We have Priyansh Arya who's in form, who's very
Oh
excited, who
yeah,
would be very happy to, show the picture again. So वो है Shreyas Iyer,
and
of course, a great captain in the this tournament. He has taken Punjab at a different level. So we are quite excited to see him, being the
yeah. I
captain.
think yeah. All of them, I think, if you look at the list of players, all of them are right on top of their form. And Ian Shear, Gopsimran Singh, Shreyas Iyer, Marcus Stoinis, Nehal Vadera, Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know why they put Stoinis' name twice in where I'm reading. Shashank Singh played his game, played his hand. Marco Jensen batted so well in the previous match.
Yes.
Ferguson does his job, picks up a wicket here and there. Arshdeep Singh does his job, controls the run flow when required. Usually picked up one wicket, I think, in the previous outing, getting his confidence back a bit. And Vaishak played a good
They should,
hand
yeah.
in one of
In
the
the
initial
beginnings.
initial play.
Yeah.
So I think all of them are right up there in terms of getting a handle on the skills. And I think that's good for the team because so then Shea doesn't have to worry because you know that each person knows what he's supposed to do. Whereas in the other team, there's some confusion. They play around with the middle order, they play around with the bowling order. Sometimes Aniket Verma comes at four, sometimes comes at six or seven. And then you're not sure what your role is because you don't know what your role is. Then you go in with that mindset. And I think that's that. You mentioned that about another
Yes.
team yesterday where there was so much of confusion and people playing around with their position in the team. I think important for SRH to get that act together, but Punjab is right there, right on top. I think in terms of form, in terms of ability, with Delhi sitting on top over there, and Punjab, Gujarat, and Delhi, the teams look like it will be the top three among the four finalists.
I think today in the double header, like Gujarat and Punjab are, heavyweight. They have the edge. They're looking like they'll win, and they're shining. We enjoy their matches. It's not a
Yeah.
boring match. Though even if they bowl and if they bowl out SRH, I think it will be an interesting match to watch. Well, sad for SRH, but then again, this IPL is quite different, quite the opposite of what we have already seen. Punjab is usually in your top bottom three. Sorry, not bottom three, right? So, acha hai. I think interesting.
Yeah,
Happy for Punjab this time. Happy for Preeti's entire
ag- again, it shows the importance of the coach and the captain. So when you have I know you need to go, so we'll wind up quickly. There is a coach and a captain that have made all the difference to this team, and I think so the importance of leadership, and that's the lesson we learn in our life, right? We pick up one lesson from every match, every discussion we have. What does this teach you? This teaches you that leadership is very critical. You may have individual brilliant players, okay, but you know, 11 Sachin Tendulkars cannot make a winning cricket. Each player has his own role to play, and then the same person sitting at the top who's directing everything, guiding everything. You need to have that person there, bringing everything together. Otherwise, you implode like a SRH, you implode like a CSK, or what happened yesterday. Leadership is very critical in any walk of life, whether it's at home, in the office, in your friend circle, wherever you go. Somebody's got to take the lead. Somebody who's good has to do that. And I think that's something that we'll see today. Share the year, Rishabh Pant, Pat Cummins, they all have to sort of, come in and Shubman Gill have to really lead their team and see who wins today.
Maybe after listening to today's video, we'll get some different answers, not our typical Dhoni Kohli for our contest. So that would be
Yeah.
interesting. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And guys, keep it coming. We need some more entries before 12 noon yesterday. We will be announcing our winner tomorrow afternoon, evening, whenever we have the show. But please keep it coming. You have time. You have another 24 hours to go. 12 noon tomorrow. Send in your entries and let's enjoy the results tomorrow.
good luck. Good luck to both the
Thank
all
you,
four
ATV.
teams,
We'll
not
let you
just
go. We
both.
know you have guests at home and you're going to have some lovely lunch, which we will miss.
Yes.
Lovely Gujarati lunch, I'm sure.
Yes,
Maybe
lovely
you can
Gujarati
tell us about
lunch
that. You can tell us something
later.
about that tomorrow. So yeah, let's see, and then maybe we can have in a show talk about the cuisine of each team, what
Yeah,
Gujarat eats and what Rajasthan eats and what Chennai eats. So let's even bring that spice into our discussion and let's start tomorrow by asking you what you ate today. All right. So see you
definitely.
tomorrow then. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye. Yeah.